There's a man who interviewed the Rebbe many, many years ago, in the 50s. His name was Herbert Weiner, Rabbi Herbert Weiner. He was a conservative rabbi, reform rabbi. But he was first of all, he's a very edel man, and he was very intelligent, and he really listened. He didn't come to the Rebbe to Cheppenzach. He wanted to understand. When he retired, many years later, came to the Rebbe for dollars, he wrote a book that's called 9.5 Mystics. 9.5 Mystics. It's about different Hasidic groups. It's a very guy who's a smart man. He wrote a Atif and Sefer. Nobody writes like this today because nobody has any brains today. Baruch Hashem, we're busy with things and with distractions. Rather, we're not intelligent. So when he came to the Rebbe by dollars to tell the Rebbe that he's retiring, the Rebbe told him, it's time to stop being a 9.5, it's time to be a 10.
Jersey, 9.5 Mystics.
Yeah.
34 years ago we first met. 34 years ago. And I begin this week to write a revised copy talking about you in the last chapter. This week I begin. So my offering for your birthday.
You have written something about 9.5.
9.5. Why? Was something good about it?
Not something that's much good.
Much good?
God will much bless you. I believe that now you can confess openly that you are not put of Jew in all things necessary.
And know what?
In all things necessary.
In other words, to be completely from. So when they had his retirement party in the Reform Shul, from Temple, so he got up and he said, I have to disclose a secret to all of you. I want you all to know that I am a Achei Temimim mitzvah. In my personal life, I am a Fruma Yid. So he said, Rabbi, we've known it for years. You thought you were hiding from us. Oh, so he had Yechidus with the Rebbe that are transcribed and published. Very powerful. He spent a lot of time with the Rebbe. In those years, if the Rebbe had time. And one of the things he said to the Rebbe is that he sees the Bachrim in the yeshiva. There's a whole story. He came to 770 and he hung around. He wanted to learn Bechavrusa with one of the Bachrim. He wanted to see the yeshiva from the inside. And upon him, there were people who were a little bit nervous what would happen if he would get too much exposure. Rabbi Chadakov said to him, he hung around with the Bachrim. He hung around with the Bachrim. And Yadachavru said, he saw the inside. He saw, okay. He saw the Lubavitcher boys then for what they really were. And he said to the Rebbe in his Yechidus that he thinks there's something wrong with them. What happened to the fire, to the Jews? Hello? Oh, it works. He said to the Rebbe that there's something wrong with the Bachrim. Why? He says, anytime you meet a young adult, a grown person who doesn't yet have an established life, when you reach a certain age, you become that frozen fossil called the balabas. You don't want the world to change. I made it. The world shouldn't change. Yeah? There's two types of people: people who want to change the world, and people who want the world not to change at all. Who want to change the world? The people don't like the world they have. Who wants the world to change? Never to change. The people like the world they have. So when you're a young man and you're starting out, you don't know how it's going to work out. You're very nervous, and you're going to change the world. And then you make it, and then no chas v'shol, the world shouldn't change at all. The shaila is wenig lebendig, aber das täglich und das täglich. So he tells the Rebbe, you meet a young adult person, you see an apprehension. You see a nervousness. You see a fear. They don't know what's going to be, how are they going to make it, how are they going to establish themselves, yeah? I meet these boys, they're sitting a whole day learning Torah. They don't have a worry in the world. So he tells the Rebbe, I see by them a naviyat. That's a naivete. He said naviyat. They seem very simplistic. They seem unnuanced. They don't appreciate what's going on in the world. So the Rebbe says to him, these naive boys are going to pick themselves up and move to the farthest corners of the world and establish Hamad outposts. Basically, yesh mayayin. You can't do that and be naive. You can't do that and be naive. So why does it appear to you that they're naive? So the Rebbe says the reason it appears to you that they're naive is because The Rebbe said in Hebrew, they don't have a kera, kuf reish ayin. They don't have a split, a kera, a spalt. There's no divide. In other words, people are torn. The Gemara sagt, "V'se hurmin und ahurmin." A halber mensch geht dahin, a halber mensch geht ahead. Half the person is going here. These boys that Rebbe said, they're not split. They're whole, and because they're whole, they're simple. They're simple. But the reality is, the truth of the matter is that Ivdu as Hashem b'simcha. The emphasis is on the word Ivdu. It's an avodah. Zayin b'simcha is a job. It's an avodah.